Everyone.
Hey!
Welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neil53 on some of the socials. Welcome to the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer and our Legend of the Natural Ones, Pathfinder 2E actual play campaign. Season 6, we are diving into another quest. This is episode 3, our Feywild First World story arc, Shard arc. I am so happy to have all these wonderful and more wonderful talented people around this virtual table. And as you can see, we have more. There are more guest stars joining us here at the Emporium, and we're going to dive right into those people and find out who they are in just a moment. But thank you so much for joining us. And with that being said, for those who are just joining the Emporium and watching us on the vlogs or live, Jim, how are you doing and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Jim, and I'm playing Marcia in the. No, Jim, Hawkmere1 on most socials, and I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, the Dwarven Sorcerer.
Excellent. Thank you, Jim. Carrie, how are you doing?
Hello.
Who are you playing?
I am Carrie. Because we have so many new people, I'm Cold. I'm Carrie. I'm here. And I am playing Brynn Broadriver, our resident half-elf rogue.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Jeff, how are you? Who are you playing?
Hey gang, I'm also very cold and I'm playing Aviro Starborn, our know-it-all high elf wizard.
Excellent. The natural ones, so to speak, the regular.
Natural ones. Emphasis on the natural. Natural
ones.
With that being said, Aviro, it is so glad to have you at the table.
Hi.
Again.
Thank you.
Who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Her Royal Highness PepperCroft AppleBlossom of House AppleBlossom, a fairy clerik of the Fey Court.
Royal Highness, throwing a title.
That was a lot of words. That was a lot of titles.
I have a really long name.
I mean, it's not untrue, so it's appropriate. I mean, we are going to a high court, so you gotta, get all of it out there.
It's like introducing Apollo Creed.
Oh God.
Well, it is wonderful to have you again here, Aviro. Thank you for being here.
Thank you all.
Jeff, thank you again for here. How are you doing, and who are you playing?
Hello, everybody. I'm great, and I'm playing Her Royal Highness Riven Galena of House Galena.
Yes, another Royal Highness. Several of them here. It is so happy to have you back at the channel. Thank you so much. Looking forward to all the wonderful chaos, the
Surprises.
surprises. Yes. Thank you again. Dan, it is so happy to finally have you here at the Emporium. It is so wonderful to reunite with you around a virtual table. How are you doing, sir? And where can we find you? Or excuse me, who are you playing, I should say?
Who am I playing? Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I am going to be playing Thane Ashwood, heir apparent of House Ashwood.
Excellent.
And I'm a Satyr Guardian.
Satyr Guardian, yes. We're going to get into wonderful descriptions when we get to High Court, too. So this is going to be
I
cool.
was gonna ask. It's like, so Dan spilled the beans that Thane is a satyr, but I was gonna ask about, our other people. So
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out at the court. So
characters.
Wonderful to have you, Dan. So excited to have you here. Sir, so very much nice to meet you. Thank you for being here at the Emporium. Another wonderful new guest here at our table. How are you doing, and who are you playing?
I am so happy to be here. Again, I'm Heather Drew, and I'm playing Nox of House Thistlefall.
Oh, cool.
So wonderful. This is such a wonderful experience to have all these wonderful people around this table and to be a part of this Feywild and First World story arc that we're playing. To give you a little bit of a recap, the natural ones are on a shard quest to be able to look for these shards to bring back a deity. They have befriended PepperCroft over a long series of episodes and years, have become have intertwined in adventures. And with knowledge from Aviro, he found out how to get PepperCroft back to the Feywild / First World. And upon returning, they found out that it's during a festival of harvest. And once they're back, that is when PepperCroft reunited with the long lost and Riven. In that interaction, the reunion and Pepper being home for the first time in 30 to 40 years on the material plane, which is much longer in the Feywild. So PepperCroft has been gone for a long time, which may or not it has definitely affected House of AppleBlossom. And unfortunately, when found, they were brought to the House of AppleBlossom, where the Queen, PepperCroft's mother, introduced herself to everyone and indicated that the Suitor Promenade and succession must be complete. And last episode, we found that the natural ones were worthy, with the apple of destiny indicate their worthiness, represent House
Some of us are
AppleBlossom.
more worthy than others, though.
There might be reasons that you could find out later. And because of their worthiness, they will be representing House AppleBlossom for the Promenade. At which point that night, information went out to all the houses. House Thistlefall, House Ashwood, House Galena. I always mess up that last name.
What is it?
Galena. Galena? No.
Galena.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep, Galena.
So House Galena, you are all informed that PepperCroft AppleBlossom has returned, and that tomorrow morning early, the Suitor Promenade will begin at the High Court and everyone should arrive. Anyone and everyone should arrive at the court at a specific time in the morning, where they will be heard. But that night, that morning, as everyone, the natural ones were given rooms, they were given adorned with food that night. The other thing that happened is they were, each of them at the same time, a tailor came in.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
they were literally tailored and with
God.
clothing and matched and everything. And literally a wizard would craft garments for them to be able to present themselves in front of.
Aviro asks the guy doing his measurements if he can have an outfit that matches his hat.
Oh my God! You're gonna
I'm
look like
sorry,
fucking
I'm
Mickey.
sorry, sir.
No, please.
We will do our best. Appropriately, there is a similar. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. But yeah. Riven, your clothing has been delivered from your house that night. You are staying at House AppleBlossom. And we are going to pick up in the morning as Croft and Riven find a moment before the chaos. Where would you like to?
I'll have it in Riven's usual accommodations, which is not too far from my room. So it's one of those things. Oh, sorry. It's one of those things where I poke my head out and just kind of look around and see who's there. It's been quite a while since I have been home, a very long time. And if I don't see anybody, I'm just gonna slowly and quietly knock on Riven's door.
You hear, come in.
Immediately, like, Croft's necklace starts to glow again, and then opens the door.
When
Morning.
you open the door, you see her in front of a mirror trying on her attire for the dinner is what we're getting our clothing tailored for, right?
It's in the morning. This morning your clothing has arrived. Yeah.
The clothing is for all of the proceedings or just the dinner?
For the court in the morning and the dinner at night. But if you want to change clothes for the night, that's completely up to you as well.
Oh,
I'll take as
These
many I
two
can
are
get.
rich. They're gonna have 3 outfits for 2 events. Like that's
Pretty much,
just
yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's like the cocktail hour, the
Yeah.
intro, and then the dinner.
Okay, so I already know what my outfit is for the daytime. Okay, that's pretty routine. It's a little more formal. It's a little more like House Galena. We get it. She's trying on her gown for the dinner, and you see it's this kind of like silvery blue silky dress that kind of wraps around her body with sleeves slung over her arms right here. And you see that there's also what look to be sort of like veins running through the fabric of bioluminescence that you recognize from the subterranean gardens of House Galena. And she's kind of like crimping her hair. And she knows she looks good.
hell yeah.
Not only does she look good from her thoughts, but also PepperCroft goes, wow, oh man, Riven, that is an amazing ensemble from House Galena and very House Galena for sure.
Thank you. I designed it.
Well, a lot of your assets are very becoming. I
What do
will
you
say,
like best?
well, obviously, you know that,
Just a
but
little floral. Dress.
like
About the
Croft
dress.
does like a respectful up down.
Mhm.
That was a very respectful look.
Uh, well, if you preferred me to be disrespectful, I'm more than happy to do so as well. But before we even move forward, Croft closes the door behind her. Can you? And then when Croft says, "Can you?" and she kind of turns around, like you see her wings out. She is currently, she's done up, right? But obviously some areas kind of need assistance, and she couldn't do it alone, especially with her wings. You're used to this, you know this. But Croft is kind of wearing, like, at least for the first intro speech, the ensemble of like a light auburn with like little threads of like green and little moments of like teal, kind of interlaced with some of the like the edges of like her blouse and stuff like that. But it's more of like a chantilly type of fabric where it's very light and it's very like airy and it's very like springtime look. But that's kind of like the vibe. It's very like a warm glow is kind of what she's going for.
And you need help buttoning it up?
Yes. The wings,
Of course. Come here.
Croft just makes her way over, turns around.
Okay, and she turns around in the mirror, so she's looking over her shoulder into Croft's face, looking at the mirror. And as she kind of starts to button up the fastenings, she says, "So, your friends are interesting."
Which one in particular are you hoping to inquire about?
Well, they all seemed to be quite worthy of this promenade, which I feel a bit unsettled. And she pauses for a moment, if I'm honest, because this isn't something that was foretold.
You know, I honestly did not have any clue that this would happen. I just kind of told, Elowen, my mom, that sure, they are. Yeah, sure, let them be worthy. But Riven, we also have the natural ones also have mentioned they need help. And I'm also here to help them as best as I can. But you know how it is with the Suitor's Promenade. It's not always a romantic thing. It's more of a compatibility among the houses who can rule together.
Well, I
You
only
know.
assume that they are participating so that they might gain favor with the houses for this goal, but you and it is our destiny. The outcome seems pre-written.
Oh man.
Why? And as she had begun fastening again, but she pauses again and slides her hands up to Croft's shoulders and squeezes a little bit. Why do I get the feeling you're keeping something from me?
Not, I swear. Look, later tonight, I will show you everything. Everything. Everything.
What do you
But
mean everything?
we can you can invoke the Galena. I give you permission to invoke the Galena Join Pass spell. So you can see what I've been through, you can feel what I've been through. I will show you what has happened in the past, what I've gone through, what I've done. Nothing to hide, everything. I give you that consent.
Now?
Tonight, not now,
For dinner.
after dinner. There's so
Okay.
much going on right now, Riven, and I'm feeling very overwhelmed with everything and just seeing you and everybody and everything I have been through. And, I might be able to see everybody else tonight. It's just, there's just so much going on. And I don't know what my parents are talking about, but I do know and they have let me know that they do love your company and enjoy you around our house. So thank you for never giving up for my family and me.
And I will never give up on you. We can talk later, and maybe it could be best to speak maybe in the library or somewhere where our voices might not be, where we might not have to speak in code.
Well, if we are in a guest room, but if you prefer something more private, then my room should not have the same level of security.
Okay.
Tonight, after dinner.
And out of game, Aviro, did you give Pepper any glances that Riven would have clocked?
In that while he was super mellow,
Well, I was under the influence.
while he was
Yeah.
super had his calm tea. Oh, sorry, that happened. Sorry, my Zoom when I put my hand up.
You're so
Okay.
good.
Okay.
What's wrong? Okay.
Oh, when I put my hand up, it switches me in the Zoom thing. Then I
Oh,
was
okay.
afraid it did it in the.
Oh, because it like raises your hand.
Yeah.
Mm.
You would have noticed him when he was super chill, actively not looking at Pepper.
I would say that is a cue. That was a cue.
Yeah, it's like looking like he is trying to not look at her. Like when you're in high school and you like someone and you are not looking at them. It's one of those. But now when he's normal, he's kind of, you're not catching any of that.
Is there something between you and the elf?
Not really, no. I'm assuming there's I just need to show you.
I understand. Well,
I'm not there's a bit of a crush, but there's a lot of complication that's tied to it and a lot of past trauma that has happened. But please, just when you see everything, when I show you everything, you'll know and have a better understanding of what's happened.
a crush is nothing to a canyon that has been carved over a millennia. I'm excited to see Thane and Nox. I'm very curious what they're going to have to say. And she kind of pats your shoulders and gives you like the barest kiss on the cheek before gesturing for you to take your leave.
Yeah. Croft immediately just blushes, says, good luck with the speech. I made sure to include a little bit of you in there as well. And then turn around and just walks off. Oh, and thank you for fastening the back. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Slowly opens the door and leaves the room and closes the door quietly.
And the scene as the morning, everyone gets dressed, they come down for breakfast, get food. The queen does not, she's dining, but you have are given very, very, the food is, like I said, it's that tastes and feelings at the same time. You're overwhelmed, natural ones, as you are just inundated with this wonderful A type thing, except for
Jay,
Glastoc. Yes.
Can you describe the feeling?
Well, it depends on what you.
Okay.
So there's a few different things.
So I think if people look at Aviro, there are tears rolling down his
Aww.
face.
God damn it. God damn it.
And he's trying real hard to keep it together.
Yeah, and Glastoc, you're not eating at all, are you?
No, well, he is, but Glastoc is. Glastoc's making it look like he's blessing his food.
Okay.
But in reality, what he is doing is he's casting cleanse cuisine on it to get rid of any odd items in it.
I need
These
you.
stray particles.
I need you to roll me a d20 plus your magic. I want to say
My
your
spell.
DC, your spell modifier.
Okay.
What'd you roll? What? I'm sorry. Was that a 4?
40.
Oh, 40!
Oh my god. You make this
no.
food into
No,
whatever
I'm
you
sorry.
want. You get pizza at the
No, I'm sorry.
brunch.
Oh wait. Yeah. Well, no, because it's not considered a healing thing. No, 39.
It's not. No.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So
I'm 38.
basically, you are getting that taste out. And it's turning into relatively bland.
If it's
food.
bland food,
yes,
perfect. He's a dwarf.
Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, he's drinking from his own mug.
That's fine. So
That
you
is
will.
so rude. You're gonna get us kicked out.
Well, yeah. So you are not enjoying the wonderful Fey food.
No.
Brynn and Aviro, you are this, and it gives you happiness, it's joy, just the sheer taste of all of these new sensations. Because each of the flavors, that strawberry invokes a warm sensation. The crisp carrots and unusually red looking this red piece. It's a celery stick, but it's red in color with little. And as you taste it, it's that crisp but it gives you that cool feeling, and it just, there's so many senses as you're eating and it's enjoyable. You just look over at Glastoc and he's just like, he's not affected by it at all.
You are such a stick in the mud.
I will. Yep, go
for
ahead.
it. Oh no, it's like at this moment is like, can Croft go?
Glastoc's not gonna even react to what Brynn says to him. He's just like, nope.
At this moment, does Croft notice, like, even
yeah.
before, like Croft notices all, but Croft is there with everybody?
Yeah, we're gonna say everyone's kind of having that
Okay,
breakfast moment and stuff like that. You notice that Glastoc is doing this, which is pretty much an insult.
No, Glastoc's blessing his food.
Yeah, he's blessing his food, but
yes,
but I have noticed
Glastoc do before.
No,
no,
having many meals with Glastoc in the past,
and considering her knowledge roll and things of that nature, yeah, you know that he's.
This is a punishable offense. We're fucked.
So Croft, proper fork and knife, just kind of eats
Jay,
properly.
Just to clarify, this is not Arcana because I am a divine sorcerer.
Okay.
No, I know it's divine.
Arcana.
Yeah,
that wouldn't work.
It's a perception knowledge check. So
okay.
That's it.
At that moment, Croft goes, is the food of my people not to your liking, Glastoc? I'm more than happy to talk to the kitchens to prepare something that is more adequate to your flavor profile, but it would mean a lot to me having you here as guests of House AppleBlossom to at least try a little bit. But if it's too much, I wouldn't
giving
push.
you the mom look right now where it's like,
I'm eating the food.
I'm just letting you know that if you would prefer something a little bit more to your liking,
no,
I'm more than happy to talk to the kitchens.
Perfect.
I know it's quite different here. I know it's quite different here, and I did have a conversation about my culture and and thank you all for honoring the rules. But it would mean a lot to me if you tried a little bit at least before any
And he has
before we all leave at some
he's
point.
not
God.
not
Just fucking eat the food like it's supposed to be eaten, Glass. Just fucking eat the food like it's supposed to be eaten, Glastoc.
Well, just wanted to make sure all the accommodations are great. Thank you, Brother Hal. It's quite delicious. Really appreciate for you putting all this together.
And over the course of breakfast, you are all escorted. Riven, PepperCroft, Natural Ones, Glastoc, Brynn, and Aviro. You are escorted through the town, through the grove of where everyone lives. And you're seeing beautiful houses, multiple buildings of just wondrous crafts that interdate the grove and trees as well as stone and glass. It's beautiful to see as you're walking these wonderful pavements, and you are led to a grand tower, like a grand, not, I wouldn't say castle, but it is just this grand pavilion, and it's open aired and attached in the front and as you're led through multiple doors through this, there are people, and you were led into this one chamber, the last chamber that you're led to. As there's courtyards as you're down the tunnel, and you're led through this door into this large, very open aired room. As there are seats on the left and on the right and the left, there are different locations, and this is a very, very large room. So there's seats in the back for people to watch, and as you move forward, there is, and ahead of you, high up, there is this stone seat where there are 4 chairs representing each of the houses. House AppleBlossom, House Thistle, House Ashwood, and House Galena. GM can't talk. Galena, you see there. And as you are brought in, you're all kind of standing back and to the left. And PepperCroft, you look over, and Riven, you look over, and there are different pockets of houses, like representative. And Nox Thistlefall is in her section. Thane Ashwood is in his section of houses. And with a big thud of a spear, as one of the guards hits the floor on the concrete, is the sign that the door opens from behind the chairs. As the rulers of the house all enter into this large chamber. And as you can see, there is Elowen, Queen AppleBlossom, current ruler, comes in first as she sits down, as she glances out at everyone, looks at you, PepperCroft, and that slight smile, but very reserved. Then you see the Lord Keeper Baron Ashwood. He, in full plate armor portrayed, he's got emblems of axes raised. Dark eyes reflect very committed vows. He comes in with the stature of just very strong, and comes in and sits down in the chair. Thistlefall, the Warden Harold Thistlefall, the current head and keeper of the trail, comes in wearing weather-beaten, hooded cloak dusted with thorns, a short sword and a bow is on her back. Even though this is court, it still has. And very, very stern, but that hunter. Then the matron Silra.
Yeah, Silra. Yeah.
Silra. The matron of House Galena comes in the full-length flowing stone-colored robes, unpolished necklace around her throat. There's luminescence behind her as she kind of glows as she comes in gracefully and sits down. All of them looking at the court. And within the court, there are multiple people from each houses to see. Queen Ellen, after everyone sits down, thank you. And as your soft-spoken, very elegant presence can be felt. Guests, other houses, thank you. You know, as you've been informed, of great joy that the return of PepperCroft AppleBlossom has returned. That must be Suitor Promenade. That is what we are here today for those who wish to be participants. Please come one at a time. PepperCroft, the floor is yours.
You see in this atrium, PepperCroft goes with her auburn and teal gown, a very chenille, very lightweight material. Just kind of moves forward in the middle of the room. Immediately, she just kind of takes a breath and looks around. She looks to her mother, looks her in the eye, and then looks to everybody else, and then does a quick smile to Thane, and does a quick smile to Nox, because it has been forever since she's seen them. But PepperCroft addresses the audience. Your Majesties and esteemed members of the court, and dear representatives of our noble houses, as PepperCroft AppleBlossom, I stand before you today, not just as an heir apparent, but as someone who's happily discovered that true leadership involves a rather delightful blend of diplomacy, dedication, and occasionally a charming unplanned adventure.
There's a rumbling of laughter. Sorry.
Right? It's truly an honor to share the progress I've made representing House AppleBlossom, and I assure you, it wasn't all just me bravely staring at parchments. PepperCroft looks around, and then she begins to pace a little bit, and she says while walking, "My journey began serving as a senior deputy of treaty negotiations. I've learned that crafting agreements is much like tending a prize-winning garden. It requires patience, foresight, and a gentle firmness. My parents," and then I kind of, show where my parents are located, "of course, are the grand gardeners in this regard, and I must particularly thank dear friend Thane Ashwood. His insights were absolutely invaluable, and his unwavering warrior's presence truly helped me find my own voice and plant my feet firmly when navigating a room full of strong personalities. He taught me, metaphorically speaking, how to stand tall with a newfound confidence without leaving a single scuff mark in tow. Turning to the vital well-being of our people, because what good is thriving realm if it's a citizen that aren't flourishing? We set about reorganizing our emergency healer brigades. For their unwavering dedication to ensuring our communities are cared for, I owe immense gratitude to Nox of House Thistlefall. Their pragmatic approach to making compassion incredibly efficient was truly inspiring. It seems even the sharpest Thistlefall has a remarkable healing touch." And of course, as a House AppleBlossom, our orchards are always close to our hearts. And indeed, our culinary aspirations are part of it as well. After those rather unpleasant blight threats, I've piloted resilient orchard programs. This wouldn't have blossomed without House Galena. And Croft immediately makes a little bit of eye contact with Riven, whose archives are a true treasure trove of wisdom, and specifically Riven, Galena. Her elegant indexing system has allowed us to pluck vital information as effortlessly as a perfectly ripe apple, strengthening our biodiversity against any future bad apple situations. It's simply amazing what a little organization can do for such a fruitful harvest. And now, these endeavors, I hope to paint you all a picture of a thoughtful leadership I can kind of push forward with my rulership, deeply rooted in compassion and always gazing towards tomorrow. My vision of the future is clear: to deepen our resilience, fortify our health systems, and keep our precious orchards not just surviving, but gloriously thriving. And yes, to maintain a robust diplomatic network. Now, at this moment, speaking calmly and just kind of moving around, you see Croft make another movement off to the other side. Now, this brings me to a rather unique perspective, as I have suddenly come back yesterday. I gained my recent, shall we say, unplanned excursion to the material plane, but this perspective has included me with thinking about the future for House of our realms and our great houses. While I understand the idea of a gate between our worlds might sound a touch unconventional, believe me, it was for me too to think about going between both worlds. I now firmly believe that after careful consideration, we can partner with amazing partnerships with immense potential. It's about looking beyond our current horizon here in our great realms, ensuring our realm can always act decisively to protect all that we hold dear by forging generous collaborations and uniting our diverse strengths for major threats. Because sometimes the most promising pathways are found when you least expect them. And she looks over at the natural ones. Thank you for your openness and for indulging in apprentice's rather enthusiastic, if occasional adventurous approach to progress. At that moment, PepperCroft bows and then just takes a step back.
Wow.
There is a calm, and there's a few people that are very smiles of like, ooh, there's a few like, especially when you made a gate between. That's kind of like, ugh.
I think Aviro's hands come up to start applauding, and then no one does. So before
I immediately, as soon as you do that, there's a hand this way between your hands to stop you. Just like so fast.
Knox, what is your reaction to this?
I am just staring intently at Croft because in that moment, I realize it's not an imposter. This is truly Croft, my old best friend, back to life.
Yep.
So I literally am just standing there, staring at her blankly, just in awe that she's back.
How was Thane react?
Thane is standing off to the side, in his full military regalia and decorations, stone-faced, just showing absolutely no emotion or reaction.
I like this guy.
That's right. You guys will get along great.
Riven, how is she reacting?
Complete adoration, but also, there is something a little. She's getting more and more unsettled because she doesn't react well to change, and this is there's just something a little bit changed about PepperCroft that she can perceive when she gives this speech.
Oh yeah, and the queen also acknowledges it. You can see it too. You can tell by her face that her daughter, the same daughter that left, isn't necessarily the daughter that returned, but an interesting version, or not necessarily better version, has returned, and she's very, very proud. Kind of, you can tell from the look.
Mama!
That most people can't, but you can tell. Thank you, PepperCroft AppleBlossom. As stated in Promenade and the succession process, those who wish to come forth to present the part of the Suitor Promenade, please come forward.
Thane briskly steps forward and folds his hands behind his back.
Gasp. A
Oh,
very quiet small gasp from Riven. Oh.
The court recognizes
uniform.
Thane.
Yeah.
The court recognizes Thane Ashwood.
Would you want to describe Thane's appearance before presenting? It might be helpful to provide.
So yes.
Sure.
So give me your description. Describe what Thane is and what he looks like, and then what he would like to present.
Yes. So Thane is a satyr. He's got these long curling sort of horns. He's got a bushy but like well kept regulation beard. Again,
Regulation beard.
he's wearing like crisp ironed military uniform with various medals hanging off of them, and a ceremonial weapon at his side. Very clean boots. And he steps forward. He sort of marches along the promenade and then out in front of everyone. And as he passes PepperCroft, he does not make eye contact with her.
Croft immediately just kind of stares and tries to like see what's going on with him, but no.
He sort of stands and waits for Croft to give him the space to present.
Croft just kind of takes a step back.
He clears his throat gruffly. Your Majesties, honored members of this court, representatives of the great houses, Thane Ashwood stands before you. He slowly scans the crowd. There is no time for platitudes, only purpose. My efforts have been directed at the stark realities of survival and the enduring strength of this realm. We reformed our militia training not for show, but because strength is forged in discipline, and preparedness is the only reliable shield against the inevitable. The easy path often leads to ruin. We choose the harder one for enduring security. Furthermore, those who stand on the wall for us deserve more than platitudes when their service ends. We significantly improved veteran care, ensuring their sacrifices are truly honored and their later years are not spent in silent suffering unseen. It is the debt repaid, not a kindness bestowed. A house that forgets its warriors is a house that will find itself undefended. Our very land, the groves of Ashwood, demands hard decisions. We piloted eco-controlled burn programs, a destructive act, yes, but one that rejuvenates the land, making it stronger for the long term. Sometimes you must scorch the earth to let new life rise from the ashes. It is a harsh lesson, but a vital one, rooted in our own history. And for those who leave our ranks, be they veterans or mercenaries who have served with honor, fair retirement settlements were negotiated, because a house that does not honor its agreements, especially with those who risk their lives, is a house built on foundations of sand. These actions are not for my glory. They are for the endurance of House Ashwood, for the unwavering defense of our people, and for ensuring that when next the storm breaks, we are not found wanting. Our strength must be tempered with humane care, because a bulwark without a shield is just a stone wall. We prepare, we protect, we make the hard choices so that our house and our home may stand. Thank you. And he takes a step back and resumes his position in line.
So one of the things you'll be just kind of set to the side, because there'll be a kind of a line up of all the suitors that are participating in Promenade.
Back up onto the second riser.
Yeah, just kind of in the set. So
Cool.
you're still up in that area. Thank you, Thane. Oh, what? Riven.
Riven steps forward, and as she does, she gives the most incredulous side eye to Thane,
Oh.
communicating, again, we have sentries, you know what I mean, of what the hell, dude? What the hell? That is what that look says. But she steps forward still trying to maintain her composure. And as she bows, she says, well, I won't be saying anything here that you haven't heard before, but in the spirit of the Promenade, your majesties, esteemed members of this noble court, and honored representatives of our houses, I come before you today not with grand proclamations, but with gratitude for the opportunity to serve and to heal and to nurture the roots from which our realm draws its strength. I am Riven Galena, and like the ancient orchards that you tend so faithfully, House Galena has long understood that true vitality comes not from force, and she looks at Thane, but from patient cultivation and the wisdom to know when each season must turn. My work has been at its heart about renewal. We have breathed new life into our archives, not merely cataloging the past, but awakening it, ensuring that the healing knowledge of generations can flow swiftly to those who suffer, that no community in need wait in darkness when light and guidance already exist within our care. She kind of looks around and makes eye contact with a few people. When the earth trembled and our homes cracked, when fear took root in the hearts of our people, I sought not to hoard our wisdom, but to share it with open hands. We carefully offered our geomantic knowledge to allied communities, not as a display of power, but as an act of compassion, steadying those who had lost their footing, offering comfort when the world itself seemed uncertain. And there was the cove, once blighted, lifeless, a wound upon this land. After completing the Vanewatch renewal ritual, to walk there now is to witness transformation. Where toxin once pooled, wildflowers now bloom. Where death lingered, life has returned. And she looks at Croft, vibrant and whole. This restoration speaks to what I believe we share most deeply. The conviction that no blight is beyond healing, and that patience and care can mend even the deepest scars. These are not conquests, they are acts of stewardship, of tending what has been entrusted to us with gentleness and resolve. My vision for House Galena is one that I believe you will recognize, that our knowledge serve as a garden, carefully cultivated, ethically tended, and shared generously so that all may flourish. That prophecy may be tempered with mercy, that wisdom be wielded not as a weapon, but as a healing balm. For this is not what we all tend together. A realm where compassion guides power, where patience yields lasting fruit, and where every ending holds within it the promise of spring. She's definitely pandering. Thank you for hearing these words. Spoken from one caretaker to another.
Oh
She gives a bow.
God.
And stares daggers at Thane again, and then she looks at Nox like, don't you effing dare.
When
Oh my God. Oh,
Riven,
Jesus.
when Riven stares daggers at Thane, Thane actually quietly claps.
Like just that like condescending, like slow clap.
Little golf clap. Little.
After she steps back, Aviro leans over to Glastoc and says, "Ooh, I like her."
Croft is like, what is going on with these people? Like, they're my friends. Like, what happened?
We are on Peppa's side, Aviro.
I know, but I still like her.
Yes, I mean, yes, we all like Riven and everybody else here.
I didn't know everyone could hear my conversation. I'm so sorry.
I like Thane.
Yes, we know you would.
And then you feel the eyes looking at you from the court. And then it's like, who else would like to come?
Nox's heart starts pounding from her chest so loudly that everyone next to her can start to hear it. And she abruptly stands up, takes charge, and says, I would like to be Suitor.
Come forth, House Thistlefall.
She looks towards her warden, takes off her ceremonial longbow, and looks for approval.
Approval has been granted.
She walks forth.
Riven is trying to catch your eye.
Hey.
And
Sending very strong vibes.
And I take out a piece of parchment. And just so you know, I'm wearing a lovely silk cape.
Glorious.
I will not tell you that I am the finest suitor, because I shine brightest in silk, and I unclasp the silk cape and it flows to the floor. I do not speak prettiest in candlelit halls, and I stare at Thane and Riven. I stand before you as the best suitor because I endure, and because those who stand with me endure too. I am Nox of House Thistlefall, a dynasty forged on wild frontier lands, where survival is not theory, but daily practice. We are led by women who know the weight of a bow, the cut of leather, and the sound the land makes when danger is near. We do not borrow strength. We make it. We tend it. We defend it. When winter raids cut off an isolated settlement and hope thinned with snow, I did not send promises. I led relief myself through hostile ground and bitter weather until the people were safe and the raiders driven off. That is my measure of leadership. I am not afraid to get my hands cold and bloody for those under my protection. For House Thistlefall, AppleBlossom, Ashwood, and Galena. I codified improved trap designs, not to hoard advantage, but to share it, distributing them across the settlements so that even the smallest homestead could defend itself. I have revitalized trail-keeping maps, threading them with secret approach routes, not only for those who truly read the land, but to ensure that our borders are not just watched, but that we understand them. You can ask the rangers who walk the tree lines, or the common folk who sleep easier at night. They will tell you I lead from the ground, not the balcony. Yes, House Thistlefall is isolated, but together we are strongest and secure. I promise a future defended by knowledge of the land, by self-reliance and loyalty that will not break under pressure. To choose me is to choose a partner who will guard what is ours, who values practical wisdom over empty ceremony, and who will stand with you when the world turns harsh as it always does. That is why I am the best suitor, not because I ask for your faith, because I have earned it.
You hear a rumbling from Thistlefall.
You hear Brynn next to you, Glastoc, go, God damn. That was very intense.
That's how she is.
Riven is flaring her nostrils very hard.
And as Nox brings back and stands next, who do you stand next to, Thane or Riven?
Oh, can I stand in between them?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just
Yes.
They
Yeah,
stand between them
just
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I might take my arms and just put them against my hips and slightly knock both of them while I stand there
Give
with
yourself a little
Yes.
room.
my Superman pose.
Yep.
Both legs a little wide,
yeah.
Superman.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Glastoc leans over to Brynn and just so that Brynn can hear, it's like, I didn't realize the Fae was so warrior forward.
Neither did I. I thought they were all like, pink and sparkles and nothing else.
Yeah, well, that's because that's what Pepper was, but even Pepper is like.
I suppose a single person cannot be, the, whole people.
Yeah, but
everybody's
still,
different. Coat of many colors, all that.
I mean, out of 4 houses, and 2 of them seem extremely militaristic.
Yes, I'm terrified right now.
And then the queen says, and points to the natural ones, representatives of House AppleBlossom.
And Glastoc and hits Aviro and knocks him forward a little bit.
And
I stand up and I help Aviro to his feet. And
I'm gonna say, as you try and knock Aviro, he's already moved.
Oh,
So he's already going, and he looks super confident.
I go behind him.
And and Glastoc, you're like all 3 of you should come up. Like
Glastoc, come on.
Okay.
Glastoc and Brynn are behind, like you were taught that Aviro be in front, you two stand behind as representatives.
So
Together.
Aviro is wearing robes appropriate for a wizard. They are very blue, like primary metallic, that hot Nissan sports car that drove by blue. Like they are blue, and they match his very pointy wizard hat,
Oh my
which is
God.
blue with yellow stars. It is 100% Sorcerer's Apprentice.
God
And he
damn.
stands up and he walks forward, and he is very calm. Like Brynn and Glastoc definitely go, "Oh, this isn't
This a
neurotic
different.
Aviro."
Yeah.
And he stands up and he says, "Your Majesties, honored attendees, and all the rest present, thank you so much for this opportunity to defend my thesis. My name is Aviro Starborn, and I am here as representative of the natural ones, associates and friends, if I might be so bold," as he looks at Pepper, "of Her Majesty," and he sort of gestures to in Pepper's direction. "My understanding is we are to currently list our accomplishments. Therefore, allow me to begin. I received first place at the Absalom WizKids Magic Fair for 7 consecutive years, after which I was declared permanently graduated from the Absalom WizKids organization and thus ineligible to compete anymore. Then, I could recite every spell in the Obsidian Librum by the age of 13 and could cast 7 of them. I was the youngest person to be accepted to the premier magic school in Absalom, the Absalom Institute of Mathematics and Arcanics, at the age of 29. I wrote my first treatise on theoretical arcanics by the age of 31. I'd read every book on the first floor of the Foray Logos by the age of 48. I wrote my second and third treatises on theoretical arcanics by the age of 52. I wrote my fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh treatises on theoretical arcanics by the age of 60. I read every book on the second floor of the Foray Logos by age 94. I was published in the Galerian Journal of Mathematics twice by the age of 99. I read every book on the third floor of the Foray Logos by the age of 147. I received the Golden Quill Award for the Absalom Institute of Mathematics and Arcanics for most pages written during the academic year 64 times, and I have never received anything less than exemplary on an academic assignment.
I put my hand on Aviro's shoulder and I'm like, and if I may interrupt my very verbose friend, I am Brynn Broadriver. I am also a representative of the Natural Ones and of apparently House AppleBlossom in this particular forum. My friend Aviro is not only academically astute, but also very brave. He was the one to fell the crocodile god, which had been terrorizing a nearby community.
And Aviro starts squirming.
He was the one to destroy the beast.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to. It was not intending to kill the...
He did it because it was necessary. And that is the kind of man that Aviro Starborn is. He is the kind of man who will do what is necessary. Even if it does not agree with his sensibilities, the man is a pacifist. But he knew in that moment that that is what needed to be done to protect the weak, the innocent, and to do what was right for the greater good. Aviro Starborn does right by others. And I think that is worthy of recognition. And I look at the elder house leaders, and I kind of like timidly look at these other, like the young bucks, because I don't know if this is good enough.
You get a kind of a smile from the.
I would also like to commend and comment upon the astute skills of my compatriot, Brindlin Broadriver,
Brynziel. You don't need to say my whole name. Brynziel is my full name. He still doesn't know it.
She's very good at many, many things, and one thing I can say is, even though I disagree with quite a bit of her behavior, what I really appreciate about her is her loyalty to those that and things that matter to her. She's very much... Well, I was going to say honest, but now I realize that's not entirely accurate.
Oh,
She's
Aviro.
Thank you.
What are
As the
you-
queen
Thank you.
speaks up. Thank you, Aviro Starborn and the Natural Ones. Your representative of House AppleBlossom is duly noted.
We've not mentioned Glastoc. This is Glastoc Steelcloak. He's our dwarven compatriot. He's also very, he's interested in things like honor and truth and work, not being disingenuous, and I rather appreciate that. And I think, I assume, I don't know any of you, but perhaps you might appreciate those things as well. Well, I'll stop. Thank you for your time, and as always, your time, and we look forward to being contacted soon. Thank you. And he steps
Thank
back.
you again, Aviro Starborn.
Glastoc just puts his arm around Aviro as they take a step
You
back.
did great.
I thought I started really strong, but then I sort of tripped in the middle.
No, my only critique would be you focused on just yourself.
What? I
instead
thought you
of
were going
us.
to. I thought you were each going to do yourselves. I didn't
Well,
know
no,
we were.
We were supposed to talk about us as a group.
That was not mentioned in the briefing.
They've been addressing.
I
us
read the
as
entire pamphlet. That was
natural
not mentioned.
ones, not,
Thank you.
not Aviro Starborn and the natural ones.
Wasn't
To be
aware.
very honest, he's accomplished more than either one of us. Let's just take a back seat on this one.
Well,
Glastoc.
he's also been alive longer than both of us combined.
Exactly.
And as the court talks, tonight, festival dinner shall commence. Tomorrow, those who stand before you in the Suitor's Promenade will begin the first trial. Tomorrow morning.
I thought that was it. I thought that was the trial.
Excuse me, trial?
Pardon.
And you know that you get a
interrupt.
look like,
Don't interrupt her.
yeah. And then they stand up and then they just basically turn and they walk out the doors.
PepperCroft, a word.
Yeah. Immediately,
Trial?
like Croft, like kind of brings the natural ones together. He's kinda-
Trials?
Yes, there's a series of trials to make sure the
Okay.
compatibility amongst the houses, whoever the suitors are, goes on to the next trial.
Like exams.
Yes,
Oh, well, this will be no problem.
What
it's-
type of exams?
to be honest with you, I am not 100% sure.
I
But
have a
it's-
very strong feeling there's going to be one fighting exam, another
There's-
freaking
there's-
politics exam, and one hotness exam or some shit.
What hotness? My goodness, why would you think that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just
Look
have a
at
very
them.
strong feeling that this is already tailored against
well,
us.
you know,
Is
you're
there
attracted
anything?
too, Brynn.
Thank you. Is there anything after this set of trials? Any more surprises?
In terms of surprises, honestly, I've never been part of a suitor's promenade before. This is
Oh,
the
good.
first time. So, I mean, every other house and every other previous ruler has had, you know, if they can't find or select a suitor of themselves to be a co-ruler with them, the suitor's promenade is invoked. And because I haven't found anyone, and it was immediate and obviously dire, my parents invoked this. So, I don't know. We're all experiencing it together, but great job.
Thank you. Aviro's accomplished a great deal. He did a
You've
good job of quickly
all
presenting his things.
accomplished a great deal. Don't sell yourself short. And then immediately, Croft turns around and just kind of tries to eye Thane and kind of does like a little bit of like a shadow boxing move from when they were back in the day.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Thane, you could see Thane clocks this for a moment, but just sort of immediately turns his head and like he can't get out of there fast enough. He just strides for the door.
Yeah, I like the way that man thinks.
And then immediately, Croft just kind of eyes Nox and kind of pulls a little bit of her hair to show off a braid.
And immediately I recognize what she's doing and I start playing with mine. And there's a moment of subtle affection for my old friend.
It's adorable.
And I wink, like, I remember.
Croft returns the wink back and then approaches Riven like, hey, great job.
Thank you. Did you know that Thane and Nox would be
No,
dating?
no, no, not at all. I didn't know anything was going to happen, Riven. If anything, I thought you would know more.
And then I want to, well, we can talk at dinner.
Yeah, or I think there's might be some sort of cocktail hour before then, so maybe we can regroup then.
Yes.
But great job. It was a really moving speech.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, of course. Did you hear the bit about I said with about everybody?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Good, good. Okay. Croft just turns around and kind of follows where everybody else is shuffling off to.
Basic.
So you're gonna have some free time to change. So you're gonna have a little bit of free time. Everyone kind of goes back, changes for cocktail and dinner, which is in about an hour. It's the kind of the subtleties of the court, and you'll be able to bring, and it's literally back here. So you leave and you come back. So you don't have a lot of time to change, but you just have enough time to change, get back, and you're all whisked. Now, I believe Brynn and Aviro had a little quiet while they were getting ready.
So while they were, I imagine while Aviro is getting ready in his room, you hear like knock, knock, knock.
He mage hands it open.
Aviro, and Brynn like
hello.
comes in and immediately shuts the door behind her, and I take him by both of his shoulders, and I would be like, "Are you crazy?"
Psychologically, I don't believe
Do
so.
not,
I'm rather.
no, that's not what I mean.
Well, it's what you said.
Don't. You can't put me forward as a representative of us. All right? It's you can't get them focusing on me.
Why?
Because I'm, and you see like Brynn like struggles for the words for a second, and she just kind of like puts her hands on her hips and like looks at the ground, and it's like, Aviro, I'm not that good a person. And I don't want that to drag us down. I'm shocked it hasn't already. I'm a thief. Do you think I want them to know that I was a pirate for years, that I got kicked out of the Harpers? I'm not even the one good thing in my life I ruined. Pathfinder Society, not the Harpers. I'm sorry. I forgot we changed universes there about
you were both. Literally, you were both. So that's
anyway,
the thing.
God bless. Do you think I want them to know all that? Or start asking questions or even get a whiff of it?
I'm getting the feeling that you do not.
No, I do not. So, I'm not saying you have to lie. All I'm saying is that when I puff you up in front of them, you could do me a favor by just letting me, all right? Just, you don't need to turn it around. You don't need to reciprocate. That's their rule, not mine.
And
Right?
Aviro looks at you, and he blinks twice. And he says, "You're very yet, Brynn. I'm not often at a loss for words, but I slightly am now. I slightly am now. I hear what you say. I will respect your wishes to a degree that it will not get us in any further negative view of their majesties. I will do what we are supposed to do within the rules of the society that we are currently in. And I recognize that I should edit my responses. How about that? Can we compromise?
Very well.
I will edit my responses to not bring up specifics that you don't want known. How about that?
You don't have to put me on a pedestal at all, Aviro. You really don't need to mention me at all. What I am working on, I am working on. I don't need any fanfare. I just worry that if you mention any accolades or what you think are my accolades, that they might start asking questions. And gods, no, I don't want them asking questions.
I understand.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Might I say one thing?
And I think Brynn has turned to leave at this point, and when he says that, she stops and she's like, yes.
I think you sell yourself short. And he pats her on the back, and he doesn't say anything else.
And I think Brynn just kind of like shakes her head and leaves and shuts the door quietly behind her.
As she's shutting her door, your gown looks great.
Thank you. And she goes back to her room.
And the scene's going to change. We're going to fast forward a little bit as we pick up at the cocktail dinner hour, which will happen before the trial for the first trial. There's trials. And we are, as you are sitting in the cocktail, go all Brynn. Pepper? You have something, or you sorry.
Oh no, I'm just kind of like hearing your audio dip a little bit, and I was like,
sorry. Yep.
all
So
good.
as you come in, all of you are coming into this grand ball, this atrium of food and drinks, and there's not as many people. So there's the high court, the court leaders, like the leaders of the houses, certain important people of the houses, and then all the suitors that have come. They're the ones. So there are a lot of people that were not at the ceremony are here. So it's a very smaller group of people. But as you all kind of come in and we're going to go, if there are any quick conversations or anything that people want to go back and forth before we drop into the trials, go for it.
Yeah,
Say Brynn has changed for dinner. She's not wearing her gown anymore.
Exactly. You've changed for dinner.
Yeah, Croft has changed into a very elegant number. If you want, I can describe as much.
I wanted to describe
Yeah.
too. You go
All
first.
of you
Jacob.
No, please,
All of
no,
you
Carrie,
guys
go first. Carrie.
Okay,
take it.
dibs. I wrote it down. I've been ready.
I want to hear what you wearing,
Okay.
bro.
Okay, so I don't know if it's indecent for a lady to not wear a gown to dinner, but
It's definitely not.
So what I'm doing is I am wearing and I wore a gown to the thing because that struck me as like the more elevated event, and I don't know the rules here, but seeing what everyone else wore at the elevated event, I was like, oh shit. And so I changed into this was a different tailored outfit that they made for me here, but it's kind of fitted black pants, knee-high boots, also black. She's wearing kind of like you can tell it's brand new, obviously, a tunic underneath it. Almost this whole outfit is kind of flowy. It has kind of like almost like a Romani vibe. She's got this sash around her waist that is like a navy blue. And I imagine that it does like sparkle with not natural, not like sequins. But there's some magical elements about this to give it like almost like the stars. And she has like a headscarf pulling her hair back. This outfit is just very simple, but at the same time showing respect for this event, and all very new and well cared for. The only pop of color being that blue sash.
Love it. Where can I buy it?
Yeah, right. It's on Poshmark. Anyway.
Excellent. Can't wait. Order it now. PepperCroft kind of descends from the stairs, and she is kind of a similar vibe to Brynn, but a very elegant black dress, but kind of a little bit of a collar around her neck, but everything else is a bit exposed and kind of like a V. Show a little bit low cut. Very much necklace, bright in center, and also kind of the rest of the drapery is a little bit lacy and also a little bit like sheer, but still covering and being a bit modest. Not that modest though. And there's little bits of incorporated into the black dress various like glows of like teal, yellows, oranges, purples, and like a sharper blue. But so every time she does walk, there's a little bit of a flow and just kind of more shine.
As you enter, Riven will glance over at Aviro to see if he's carefully avoiding looking at you as he was doing earlier.
Aviro's eyes bug out of his head, and then he realizes that he's staring and recovers, and then does not look.
Okay, that's clocked.
I think everyone can see that.
Oh yeah.
As we sit down to eat, I do want to position myself right next to PepperCroft. And if I have a chance, I would like to, I'll put it in quotes because it's not really a confrontation, but like confront Thane and Nox.
Yeah,
I also, dick.
I mean, I also, air quotes, would like to have a conversation with Thane and
Okay. Yeah.
Before the conversations, this is not a conversation. I just want to say Aviro shows up and he is in slightly club robes. So he's in robes with like kind of like an open collar, but it's a little tall and it's got a couple crisscross. But it's
hits
like
the vape on the way in.
Hits the vape on the way in, and then he just wants
Why do
to.
you have a wristband on?
Oh,
Where'd you
weird.
get that?
Ooh.
And he in the chit chat portion mentions to Riven that he is very interested in discussing at some point the robust index system that Pepper had mentioned. Doesn't need to be role played. Just he's very interested in her indexing because he likes organization.
So
organization.
Pepper. So yeah, Thane and Nox. So however conversations you want to start, Evan, go for it.
Are we all just sitting at like a long table, or can we just get up and just meander?
Is
this a cocktail party or a dinner party?
So
yeah, is it like a cocktail hour before a dinner, or is
yeah? So I would say it's a cocktail hour before dinner. So
okay, great.
If you want to have those conversations during the cocktail hour,
yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be kind of set it up. So yeah, go for that.
So Thane is like in a corner at this point, like pretending to examine a curtain, and just clearly does not want to be here at all.
I really
He's
like this
still
guy.
wearing the same officer's uniform. He hasn't judged himself up. It's just like the sooner this can be over, the better.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually approach Nox first. Actually, are you near Thane? Because I can just talk to you guys at the same time.
Yeah, I'm walking towards Thane, and I'm asking both of you to walk over.
I want to walk towards Thane.
All right, the gang is back together. Go to the curtains.
Glastoc's pulling up a chair to watch what happens. Brynn!
As Thane turns and sees all three of them approaching from different angles, he like visibly sighs.
So,
hey,
surprised to see you at the Suitor's Promenade. This is directed at Nox and Thane.
I go, my Thorn mother made me. It was to honor her.
Well,
I have to
you
apologize
give
to you.
such an incredible speach.
It was very great. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I did work on it. I have to say something. I was wrong. Croft is alive, and we gave up. I'm sorry.
You gave up? What do you mean?
Riven looked for you every year. We just... I don't know. I thought you were dead. I'm not good with my words. Thane.
Thane has always been very good at hiding his emotions, but he definitely seems uncomfortable here, and he says, well, she wasn't dead, she just made new friends.
I don't understand. You gave up on looking for Croft, and here you are, vying for her hand, when I never stopped looking, because I know that we are each other's destiny, and our destiny cannot be fulfilled until I see her again. That is why I am seeking her hand. Thane.
You are correct in that I have never sought Croft's hand, nor am I now. It is obvious to me that the two of you make each other happy, and I did not want to run the risk of someone else from House Ashwood showing you up, he says with a bit of condescension towards Riven. I thought the best chance for the two of you to be together would be to remove an obstacle. After that, I will not trouble you further.
PepperCroft just kind of like puts her hand on Thane's really muscled, strong bicep and says, "Can we just talk? Why are you avoiding my... Why are you avoiding looking at me?"
He actually winces slightly when she puts her hand on his arm, and he kind of takes a half step away from her.
Croft flinches.
You do not need to be performative with me, Croft.
I'm not. Immediately, Croft just stares at him and then just, "Come on!" And then just grabs him and just pulls him off to the corner somewhere.
He reluctantly follows.
Why did you return our shadow boxing sign? What's wrong?
You have been gone for a century, and I assumed you were dead, and when I learned you were alive, I was naturally overjoyed, but I had to find out that you returned from a formal invitation from the court. And then you arrive with these new friends that you seem to be so close with. It is obvious to me that our friendship was not important to you.
Thane. And then she immediately like does one of those like jokeful punches to his arm, and then just winces and goes, "Ah, it wasn't like I wanted to get lost and leave. That wasn't my intention at all. I it just I had no control over it. It was just a disappearance, and trust me when I say I've done my absolute best to try and come back. And it wasn't until I've met these natural ones that I was able to actually come back. So this is all new for me too, and I know those feelings are difficult to navigate on, but try with me, please." And then again, Croft just puts her hand back on his arm like we used to.
This time he lets her touch him. His eyes are sort of fixed on the floor, and he takes a long pause before he gently nods.
Croft does this thing where like he kind of clocks where Thane is looking towards and then kind of bends down and kind of takes up the position of where he's looking to be in his field of vision and go, "Come on." It might be my naive of me to think that once I was gone, like things would be back to normal, but while I am here, can we just have this time together, please? And then she squeezes your arm again. "Thank you for stepping in. Can you imagine being your cousin Etta?" Yikes.
He actually smirks when she says that, and he nods again. He says, "A lot has changed. Our lives have gotten more complicated, but I've never stopped caring for you."
And what happened while I was gone? Why are you being like that towards Knox and Riven?
I think I've always felt like an outsider, and you were the bridge between our friends, and when you left, there was nothing keeping us together.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you're back. And he kind of
Well,
composes himself again.
And then she sees this, and then she begins. Her smile becomes bright again. And says, "See, come on." And then she does like a small little punch again, and goes, "Oh, let's just go back to this or whatever this could be, you know."
He smirks and he nods and he says, "Well, it is good to see you."
Well, it's great to see you, and I'm sure you'll really enjoy the natural ones. They're nice people, and they really have taken care of me. You would be proud of them, Thane. You know, the way you've taken care of me is, well, they definitely fall short of your shield, but they're almost there. Just give them a chance.
Very well, if they are friends of yours, I will be patient.
Yeah, if you feel like sparring with any of them, let me know. That one over there. And then Croft just kind of points to where Brynn's located. That one does like to spar, but you can't really do that here unless asked. So if you are interested to spar, feel free.
Very well.
But look at you. You're huge. Looks at your muscles and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're huge. What happened? But it's nice seeing you and having this conversation again, just like old times.
He nods.
Nox, it was like unlike anything I've ever seen. There was this chromatic color coming from their hands, and then 5 minutes later, I'm seeing food spilling out of their mouths.
Hands?
They were eating the hors d'oeuvres right after they showed this incredible destiny magic glowing from their hands. Those same hands were completely missing their mouths.
Missing them?
Miss the food passing right by the mouth and into the face.
So they don't need substance.
No, they're just very bad at eating, I think.
Bad at
They chew, and
Oh.
there were crumbs coming out and onto their. I really, it's a dichotomy I have not made sense of.
I don't think there is sense to be made of. It is vile and gross, and well, I do enjoy a feast, and I am not the best at being cleanly. That is disturbing.
Look at Brynn right now. We glance over at Brynn. What is she doing?
I think Brynn is like actually laughing. You hear from way across the room. She's talking to somebody, and you sense that she has found a kindred spirit somehow among the Fae that have been invited to this thing. And she is like laughing loudly, and she like goes to take a drink of whatever she's drinking, and like spills a little bit. But she's laughing hard and hand on his shoulder, and like just being raucous and messy and herself.
I'm gonna slam the table and be like, I kind of like it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Romance triangle number 2.
Let's do it.
Let's go, girls.
And I go, Riven, clearly you are meant to be with Croft. I never really want to be Suitor. I like my isolation. I want to be with my kin. This was ceremonial. I want you to be with Croft.
Oh. Admit it. You just wanted to hang out again.
Yeah, that too.
At that moment, I like pull Thane back. Hey, look who's back! And then I softly punch Thane again. Are you done being a grump?
I'm told never.
That's true. Oh, that smells good. What is
You
that?
hit him right in the
smell?
peck, and it doesn't move.
It grows a new pack.
The left one's name is Jason. The right one's name is Momoa.
God damn it! God damn it! Incredible. I'm sorry, Jess. I interrupted.
So as you're finishing this, dinner is about to be served. So everyone kind of sits down, and at this long table of different people, and yeah, Riven, you kind of sit right next to PepperCroft. Who sits on what side? Are you right or left side of PepperCroft?
Right side of Pepper, please.
Okay. Who's on the right side?
Of Pepper?
Of
Yeah,
Pepper or
Yeah, Pepper. Who's on the right side of Pepper?
Riven?
And who's on the left side? Yeah, who takes the left side out of the natural ones?
I'll do it. Dibs.
Or the
Aviro,
question, or
Thane.
let me ask a question: Does Thane or Nox try to get that seat?
Oh.
No, but Thane is going to sit next to Brynn.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's mingle.
I could just
Let's
see,
mingle.
I could just
Fuck
see
you
Brynn
guys.
as-
I want to sit by Thane.
I can see Thane pulling out his chair. May I sit here? And Brynn,
We're the closest friends that anybody's ever had.
He doesn't
Fuck you
even
guys.
ask.
Let me move my sword.
Can I sit next to Brynn and go like, do this?
So let's go. So this
Remarkable.
Aviro, does you sit next to Pepper?
I think Aviro waits to be told where to sit.
So because
Oh,
of all
God.
the jostling and things of that nature, the seat next to Pepper is like
He's the
Glastoc,
only one left. No one sits there.
So
No, it's Brynn.
no,
Oh, it's Brynn,
so
okay.
no, I was gonna say it's gonna be Pepper, and then the left is gonna be open, then it's gonna be Glastoc, then it's going to be then Brynn, and then Thane. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Nox, Brynn, Thane. I'm between
Nox-
them. I'm the
Yes, you're sitting
Oreo
between.
cream.
Yeah, you are.
Got it.
oh
okay.
yeah, you are. in
Yes,
this
you
one.
are. So the seat that's open next
Gladly.
to Pepper on the left-hand side is Aviro, and then on the right-hand side is Riven.
I'm next to Brynn and who else? Sorry.
You're gonna be next to some of the other people in the,
On the end.
court on the end. But yeah, Brynn, you are right next to Nox. and
Amazing.
Thane.
Amazing.
And then
Terrific.
So-
Glastoc,
so-
you're next to Thane.
And then and then there's an empty seat next to me, and then Pepper.
Well, it's Aviro. It'll be
Right,
Aviro
right,
eventually.
right.
Sits
But
up. Yes,
But
yes,
at this moment, when we're
Yes.
sitting down,
yes.
so like I can picture Glastoc purposely taking that seat to kind of force Aviro next to Pepper.
To sit
Yes.
next to. Oh, that's perfect.
You know.
He ships it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Go get her, kid.
So
what kind of
accurately
food are we
after everyone's.
seeing?
I'm sorry.
I was just like, gonna ask what kind of food are we seeing?
Oh,
I want to
there's
see the yes.
brand
describe.
food. There is turkey, like big, large turkey legs and things. There is different sauces of. There's potatoes, mushrooms, and there's these Jello type foods. The glowing mushrooms. That there's like different, like it's unusual. Think of the Neverland and Captain, like the Lost Boys food.
from Hook.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Every
Yes.
kid's dream.
They imagine it.
They imagine it, it's there, but it's actually there. And then there's different feasts of different like edible meats, and as well as there's plants. There are desserts. There are salads of just the unique, like very unique plants, and they're
Hmm.
all edible. It's just different sizes and shapes and colors. It's just very, very unique, and it is all top tier good food.
I see that Pepper or that Croft has been served some squash blossoms.
Yes.
And I go, oh, and I take my fork and without saying anything, I scoop up the squash blossoms and put them on my plate. And then I take some root vein tea cakes from my plate, which are kind of like from House Galena. They're made with flour from underground tubers and they're dense and nutty. And I take those and I scoop them back onto her plate in exchange. I don't say a
Oh.
word.
Us
I
is-
I spear one squash blossom and then I just look her in the eyes and take a bite.
Prof says, "You remembered I don't like them."
That is adorable. Can I add one note of like flavor for this meal? Would it
Mhm.
be fair to say that the different, like there are foods honoring each house
Oh
in
yes,
some way?
very much so.
Like you
Yes,
can
it's
very
like-
clearly tell it's like this corner of the table is like a tribute to the Ashwood house and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Brown
Since
deli-
I'm sitting next to Brynn, I'm gonna grab
Yes.
a thistleberry that is common to my house,
Mm.
and I'm gonna crush it in my hands and place it on my braid, and say,
Cool.
"These are the berries that we use to dye our hair. Would you like some?" And I offer it to Brynn, and I put
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I put it on
Yeah,
your
sure.
head.
Mm. What does it mean? Is it something significant or just because?
Sexy. No, I'm playing.
It's good. Stick.
Jamaharon. You seek Jamaharon.
It's an honor and a sign of a warrior.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. look at me. And I would like kind of like look at my hair and I'd be like, your speech was lovely. You did a very good job.
Yours too, although your friend talks too much.
I, we tell him that all the time.
Thane, who's
I-
sitting there with a plate that looks like a food pyramid, everything's like precisely measured
Aw.
for
Yeah, oh my
nutrient
God.
value, not.
Yes.
I love it. I
taste.
love it.
Without looking at Brynn, he just says, "I was impressed by what you did for your friend. It was fairly obvious you were uncomfortable, and sometimes we protect our friends with shields, and sometimes we protect them with words." And then he just starts quietly eating.
I imagine I had been so engrossed in conversation with Knox that I turn and I'm like, oh, well,
Yes.
thank you. I didn't prepare a speech or anything. Unfortunately, PepperCroft has failed to really give us the ins and outs of this whole process. So I just tried to speak from the heart, and I hope I don't know how these things go. Was it okay?
It was nice, he
Mm.
says.
Well, thank you. Thank you both. I appreciate it.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Was Croft happy with you guys?
You mean like, did she seem like traveling with us? Was she happy?
Outside of our realm, I want to know if she was okay.
I think she made the best of it. She wanted to be home. She wanted. There was always, even before I knew that she was not where she should be, it always seemed like there was a part of her that was missing, that was cordoned off. It's something that she didn't want to let us in on even.
It's because she belongs here.
I mean,
And I sit back.
yes, I suppose. She did seem happy all the same with us, for at least a time. The natural realm, the natural plane has its own advantages.
Well, you're going to
But-
need to prove that you're a warrior and worthy of that purple. Because she is best with one of us. We don't need outsiders coming in trying to take over our realm. You've been
Nobody-
warned.
Oh my.
Challenging Brynn, not a good
Brynn,
idea.
Brynn, okay. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Oh no.
Brynn's like, this hot. Yeah.
Brynn does not know what to feel. She's just a little terrified, a little turned on, and a little pissed off. And so
Sounds like the Fae. Sounds like the Fae, yeah.
Like a
Very
song.
Fae.
I would kind of I would lean forward and just say, warned. You're warning me.
You heard what I said.
I did. I just can't believe it. Brave words. I suppose we'll see if there's anything to back them up.
We'll see if you prove yourself.
We will see.
And then I take a big glob of food and shove it in my mouth.
Until then, I was going to say, let's enjoy our dinner, but I see you're way ahead of me.
So I have a question for Thane. What is Thane drinking?
Thane is
Gatorade.
water.
Just water.
He's just drinking water.
Okay.
Whey.
Whey
protein and
creatine.
Yeah. So in contrast to Thane's organized ADHD plate,
Yeah.
Glastoc has pretty much just taken the protein route. There's
The Nick
not a
Offerman.
vegetable on the. And he's actually going to eat the food without casting any spells on it this time. Because at this point, what has he got to lose? But noticing that Thane is just drinking water, Glastoc's going to lean over and he goes, we haven't properly been introduced. I am Glastoc Steelcloak of the Steelcloak clan.
Thane Ashwood.
I see you're a military man.
I am.
I also was brought up in the military. And as Glastoc says this, he unbuckles his mug and he puts down between the two of us, Thane, this very ornate dwarvish mug. And you realize that as he sets it down, it slowly fills with a dark liquid.
I wanna stop something right there.
Okay.
Glastoc, I need you to roll a D20 for me.
Ooh, just a straight D20?
Straight D20.
Okay. Da, 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 da. 9.
As it starts to bubble up, you start to realize that the wild magic of the Feywild first starts to, and it just basically starts to overflow.
I've been using it this whole time, so this is the first time it's doing this? Because remember, I said I was not drinking anything else at any of the other
You weren't
meals.
drinking anything carbonated before there, bud.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is before this happened, so that happened before.
Okay.
You would have recognized that this happened before, so not to bring it up. But because it happened before, you were able to tweak it so that it will work. It will work this time.
Okay.
Before some of the times before it did not work, it will work this time based off what I just rolled. So yeah, so you kind of concentrate and you were holding it just to make sure, and then it built up.
Okay. I don't know how familiar you are with customs and where I'm from and stuff, but when two warriors meet off of the battlefield, they tend to share a drink. And so I offer to you the brew that my family is known for.
Oh my God.
Honor, I would be glad to share in your tradition.
Okay. So
there's so many carbs in this. You're gonna need to have such a workout tomorrow.
So basically,
Brynn's like, and can I watch? Just
Yeah.
for-
Yeah,
so-
right. I would just
It's
yeah.
fine.
No. When Glastoc gives this, I'm like,
oh, by the way, Glastoc's change in clothes was he took off his jacket. So he's just got the shirt and whatever, he's got no overcoat on anymore. So so basically the Steel Cloaks are a well-known family of brewers. And so this is a like the pinnacle of a dark dwarvish stout.
oh.
So
Okay. So should I make a fortitude save, Jay?
Actually,
so I don't know how strong alcohol is in the Feywild and stuff. So
it's
yeah.
relatively strong.
It's like liquor.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is it's after this first one, you're not going to get, I won't need a fortitude save right now. If you drink all night this stuff, maybe, but I'm going to say it's good. You've had stronger, but it's good strong.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say it's different probably because they don't have anything like this here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is definitely good.
Not knowing what the polite amount to drink is, Thane just drains the whole tankard and then puts it on the table.
And it just starts refilling again automatically.
He panics and he drinks it again.
No.
Before he interrupts you.
No. I mean, if you wish to have more, please help
Yes.
yourself. But
Yes.
this is a family heirloom, for lack of a better aspect, and we can drink as much of this tonight as you wish, my friend.
He nods his thanks again and gently dabs his mouth with a napkin.
Aww.
Any other quick conversations or events, scenes at the dinner table?
So the camera goes to Aviro, and he is the last one to sit down because there's only one spot left, and so it's Pepper, and he sits down, and he stares at his plate, and he looks at it, and he glances over at Pepper, who's eating, so he starts eating, and in his brain he's going, just say hi, it's fine, she's a friend. What's wrong? You get along
You're allowed
great.
to talk to friends.
You're allowed to talk to friends. It's not a thing. Don't
How are you
worry about
liking
it.
your stay right now, Aviro?
Hang on.
Okay.
Hold on. Before that line, just go for it. And he finally screws up the courage, and he looks over and he sees Riven take the squash blossoms off the plate and replace them with the other thing, and he sees the two of them make that eye contact, and he immediately turns back and he looks around for a waiter. Could I please have some of that calming tea? Thank you very much. And then he goes back to eating. And then Pepper says whatever Pepper says.
Yeah, how are you enjoying your time here right now?
This is
Oh, thank you, Riven.
not at all what I was expecting this to be like. But hey, as Brynn always says, adventurous Aviro, that's what I should be. So here we are, adventuring. Is that tea coming? Oh, there. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And Aviro, the tea does not have the same effect.
Oh, could I have another of these?
Wow, you really like that tea.
It's very good. It is very good.
It's very popular before you go to bed.
I should have known that before I ordered 3. Excellent. But your friends seem nice.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
We just awkwardly look at each other.
Yeah, it's like
Riven loves this. Riven's like, yes, music's my ears. They have nothing to say to each other. Nothing in common besides their trauma bonding.
Yes.
well,
The strongest bond of
Riven's-
all.
Riven's robust indexing system seems fascinating.
very fascinating. Oh my goodness. It's definitely helped me a lot when I was going off and looking in orchard and bioluminescent plants in my project. So it's been...
I would imagine so. As you know, Halsaford's treatise on biomechanics within horticulturalism is renowned, as you know, of course.
Oh, well, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes,
But I don't-
actually, that's how Croft and I met. Was doing research.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Please, Croft.
Yes. I was.
Do you want to tell it or I want to tell it?
Yeah.
You tell it.
No,
You
you tell it.
so much better than I do. Yeah, so I was looking at my biodiversity research. I could only find so much here with House AppleBlossom in our orchards, and I feel like something was missing. But House Galena, they are very much known for their lovely archives and making sure all the knowledge is transcribed appropriately and lasts throughout the ages. So obviously, went over to House Galena, and I was spending too much time looking for whatever I needed to look for in terms of like plants and bioluminescence. And I spent way too much time. And then Riven strolls in and lets me know about her indexing system. And I was able to find exactly what I needed.
Luckily, she wasn't bored to death.
Definitely
How could one be
not.
bored to death when it comes to indexing systems?
Exactly.
You know, I might like you after all, Aviro.
What do you mean, like me after all? Do you not like me now?
Well, like I said, these things do take time.
Well, I suppose you're right. But, first impressions and all. Hey, how about this lentil stew? It's wonderful. Are these inverse radishes?
Yes, they're called shirders.
Shukshuka.
Radish. It's radish
Sharders?
backwards.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh,
Shredders. Shredders.
Oh.
Have you not had these before? Shredders.
No, it's my first time. I really like how mild they are, with no bite whatsoever.
Oh, so you're not a very spicy one then?
Well, depends on what it is that I'm eating or drinking.
What's
No.
the spiciest you'd like to get?
Brynn. Oh, she's way down there. Never mind.
Crop like nudges Riven. Crop nudges Riven.
I would say it's sort of a
Hey.
mild chilaxian chili. You don't have chilaxian chili. Never mind.
We have various sorts of spiciness here. If
That's,
you would like
medium.
any.
Medium. I don't know how
medium,
it's
a fey medium.
Well, I guess I haven't had
medium.
fey medium.
We do have this crystallized cave lichen that you wouldn't think would be spicy, but oof, lingers for days.
Ooh, no,
it's
thank you.
delicious.
I
No,
think
thank
they
you.
have it down here if you'd like to try it.
No, I'm days is that's too much. Yes, but but I very much appreciate the offer and would reciprocate had I something of my own to share. And he
Aviro,
glances
would
at
you
her
like
like,
to
Plain.
Avira, would you like to try a thistleberry?
a
No,
what?
a thistleberry. And I throw it.
Thistle? Oh, yes, please. And he mage hands down. He mage hands down and grabs one.
And what he doesn't know is it will slightly make you hallucinate for about 5 seconds after you take it. And I hope
Amazing
So
berserker.
Aviro,
Let's
so
go.
Aviro bites. Jay, how much am I affected since I am not Fey?
Give me a roll, a wisdom saving.
I would
Like
kind
a
of
will
smile
save?
and I would lean
Will
to
save,
Nox and
yes,
say,
will save.
please tell me you don't just use those for hair dye.
nope, watch this.
And I lean back and I definitely like watch.
It was a 10 on the die for a 28.
Poisoning
Okay.
himself.
You start all the shapes start to
Whoa.
just do one of these, and the food starts to, and suddenly
Can the salad on the plate suddenly sprout legs and
Yes,
get up and
that's
start to
exactly-
walk?
That's exactly, yes. So it starts to sprout legs, and it starts to walk, and on the opposite side of the table, as it walks past, you fixate on the head of Ashwood, the monarch, as suddenly
No.
mushrooms start coming out of their head, and it elongates for a quick second, and then it just like comes back to normal, and then all the other, like, there's like shaking around his head as it kind of focuses it there. It's like full focus, and then it subsides.
What is happening?
And I just start laughing.
Um,
And
so
then Riven joins in with the laughter. We're
Crop
all
stares at Nox.
I smile and I walk over and I kind of like put my hand on Aviro's shoulder and kind of give him a comforting squeeze. I'm like, are you okay?
I'm not entirely certain.
is it obvious that Aviro's like becoming?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Tripping
Okay.
balls. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Yes. I was
We
gonna
would
say,
all
yeah,
know from our
triple balls.
childhood. I have,
Yes.
I have
Oh
lovely
yeah, you
Yes,
guys
yes.
are all
Oh,
doing this
yeah.
to each other.
Oh yeah.
And Thane knows that the behavior of the natural ones reflects on Croft, correct?
Ooh, good question.
So Thane's gonna get up, like excuse himself, and as he walks around, he's just gonna gently tap Avira's shoulder. I'm gonna use Drain Emotion, and just sort of take his anxiety as I pass.
Wow.
So
Down and like not
You're
make
having
him,
the
like,
most relaxing.
tap him and then just keep walking.
so what happens is you tap, he jumps out of his seat, and then when he lands, he is so chill.
Aviro's having the most relaxing 3 days of his life.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And he just picks up his glass and smoothly drinks and continues eating and says nothing.
I look at Thane and I like nod to kind of thank him for whatever this is. Brynn doesn't exactly recognize what it was because this isn't her thing, but she
Thane,
knows it was probably something.
Thane glances over his shoulder and sees Brynn. He nods back, and I'm gonna have him just leave the cocktail hour, like, and the dinner rather. Like, that's it for the night for him. He's just gonna leave.
I hate to see him go, but I love to watch him move.
So as the scene starts to
I mean,
end
yeah.
and change, the dinner gets done. Everyone goes back to their locations and lodgings. They get prepared. There's literally, it is relaxing. People, everyone's kind of isolating themselves in their rooms to prepare for the trial tomorrow. And the next morning, we're brought in front of the court again. And everyone is relaxed. Everyone's sober for the most part. You are brought in again, waiting in that atrium promenade as the chairs of the houses and as the monarchs and all the heads of the houses sit down. I mean, the trial Suitor Promenade shall begin. 4 groups of suitors. The 3 suitors in group.
I legit thought you were doing a countdown for a second, starting with 4, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh god! Right now!" Sorry, I'm sorry.
And they're like, and she points to the doors, and suddenly a magical door kind of opens up. And to the door, the maze. The trial will begin when you all 4 enter the maze. There are 2 stations. First station will go to find the question and answers. Pick your answer. Question. Then move through the maze. Next station. On there will be another question. Your answers, keep them to yourselves. Return here and reveal to the. Are you ready?
Brynn has worn her normal clothes, her street clothes to this thing, and she has her everything with her. And I look at the others. I look at Glastoc. Does he look ready?
I have a question first, Jay.
Yes.
So when you say there's a maze, is this like in a room?
No, so
Or is it
basically
outside?
it's outside. So basically a door, one of the doors have magically created an entrance to a maze. You're going to actually pass through a portal into a garden maze. Like a hedges, full on hedges.
Oh,
and
God.
you make your way through that maze. There's a center location. And then you pick, there's going to be a question and some information there, which I'm going to share with you in just a minute in the chat. You're going to pick what you're going to find, and then you go continue into the maze, find the next station, and then from there, there's a door that leads you back to the court.
Okay.
Is it a race? I assume it's a race.
It is not necessarily a race, but the quicker you get back and with the answers you have might be in your favor.
Okay.
I see.
So is this like the Goblet of Fire maze where all of us are going in at the same time?
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
Okay.
It is. And it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like each of your answers, like the answer you choose gives you a certain points. And there are, depending on which one you choose, you get so many points. On the second one answer, there's so many points. Then depending on how quickly you get through the maze, also gives you points. And whoever has the most points at the end moves on to the next trial.
Awesome.
Okay. So we just need to get to this thing, get our question, come up with our answer, and come back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's
two sections. Yes.
Okay.
We are ready.
All right.
Before you say we're ready, Aviro says, "Oh, hang on!" And he reaches into his pack and he pulls out his notebook and he flips and flips and he flips and he pulls out a pressed leaf of mistletoe that he then affixes to his robe, and he closes it and he looks at Pepper.
All right. Hey, Glastoc,
And then he goes, "Okay, ready."
Leans over to Aviro and goes, "Do you have fly prepared?"
Nope.
We're ready.
And you are all gestured to go through the portal into the maze. So how this is going to work, I would like each person to roll each. So out of the natural ones, one of you is going to roll, but then Nox, Thane, and Riven, you're going to roll on your skill chart a survival check or perception, whichever you would like to roll. It's going to be a d20 plus whatever that is set in there. I'm going to let you choose which one you want. And this is how quickly you're going to get through the maze.
My perception's a plus 18, boys. You want me to take it?
Hold on.
Mine's the same.
Oh.
Oh,
Then
my
I think it should be
perception's
you.
plus 19.
Perception's
Oh.
right beside your speed. In
Should
the,
be Glastoc
Pathfinder
then.
sheet.
No. I have a better idea. But it's going to rely on your perception, both of your perceptions.
So while the natural ones were thinking, Nox, what did you roll?
Well, as a skill tracker, I have a plus 20. But being distracted by everything that's going on and being nervous,
I only rolled a 25.
Okay. It's still good. You're still going to make it through, but you're going to be a little bit on the slower part to get through. Thane, what was your roll?
I rolled perception, which I have 17, and I rolled a total of 33.
Yeah, you know exactly which way you're going. You're bouncing through the different, like Nox, you took a turn and you went with this one way and you hit a wall and you're like, shoot, you had to backtrack a little bit and kind of get through it. Thane, you're like boom, 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 boom.
I'm
boom.
robo-copping my way through, yes.
Oh yeah. Riven.
I got a 28.
Oh, you're going, it's a little bit, but yeah, you're making it. It's challenging, but you're definitely finding the process. Natural ones. What do you got?
Okay. So we weren't told we weren't allowed to use spells.
Oh.
True.
Okay. We were also told we didn't have to do this on the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Okay.
I oh God.
Ah! So Glastoc uses his angelic wings, which is not arcane and not a spell.
True.
Okay. Glastoc flies to the middle of the maze.
Okay. What are you going to do with Aviro and Brynn? Because you have to be together.
As Glastoc gets there, he
Yep.
stabs himself so they feel his pain and can sense where he is. And Brynn can track where he is going and can follow directly to it.
Okay. Give me roll twice because it's kind of advantage, but I'm gonna
Who's rolling twice? Me? Or Brynn?
Brynn or Aviro.
What am I rolling?
Roll
survival
or perception,
tracking
whichever
me.
is best.
I got a 30.
Okay.
You roll twice, you're at advantage.
I wouldn't plus.
I got a 30.
Okay.
Don't want to know what I got the second time.
You are, yeah. You and Thane, like I said, you and Thane are just finding this area really, really well. And you go.
Before she runs, Aviro casts Quicken Time,
Mhm.
and it affects Brynn and myself, and we can essentially, it's like haste, kind of. We move faster.
And Aviro, Brynn is running fast.
Yep.
You're
And he's-
having a hard time catching up with her. Like this is
No, he's not.
tracking something. Like I know you're trying to keep up. But she's tracking something and like knowing that time is a factor. She's going fast.
Aviro has a speed of 40.
Yep.
He can
You're
keep
catching.
up.
So
You're
as
fucking faster than me.
Yeah.
So as you are going, you come to the center.
And Glastoc's already there.
You're already there. You come to the center. And in chat, you're going to see this, hopefully. There is a question. And it literally, there's a podium of leaves or of wood. And there are 4 cards with pictures on them. And above it, there's this roll parchment that has these letters. And it says, which item best describes your interpretation of the Fey Royal Court? And there is a card that has an olive branch, a card that has a grove, a card that has a fairy dragon, and a card that has a displacer beast.
I think it's the Grove. It has to be the Grove, right? It has a little bit of everything.
I would agree.
I think it's the olive branch.
Why?
House AppleBlossom.
Well, but it's not just their house, right? It has to represent all of them.
But it's also peace and protection.
All right.
I agree with Aviro. Unfortunately.
Very well.
I'm sorry.
No, this
So
is a
then-
democracy. I take the olive branch card.
Thane, you're there too. You see that. You get to pick. Hold it to yourself. Eventually, Riven and Nox comes up. You see the same thing. You get to pick one of the cards. And it's not physically pick. It's what you want out of that to represent. As you look at those words, hold it to your chest. And then you're off to the next phase as you're running through the maze. I need another survival or perception check from all of you. Glastoc, are you going to do the same thing again?
It only lasts for a minute, so I can't do it again.
Nope.
Necessarily.
So then I need a whoever's going to roll a survival and or perception check out of the natural one.
Technically, I could cast it again, but
so we're going to make it run. We're going to make you run this time.
Okay.
So
I got a 27 perception.
All right, 27 perception for the natural ones. Knox, what you got?
23.
23. Okay, Thane.
I actually just rolled a net 20 if that's a thing.
Oh,
That's
Get
a
it, Thane?
critical
fast.
success. Critical
It's
success.
not
on
fair. He has a horse base.
That's a
That's
centaur.
not
He's just a
fair.
goat.
Centaur!
He can
Riven.
run like 35 miles an hour. This is bullshit.
So, Riven, what is your roll?
25.
Okay. Thane outruns all of you.
oh,
Oh,
He's doing the Terminator run.
yeah, I was gonna say.
and is bouncing off, like when it comes to a corner, he's like literally bouncing off the corners and the hedges
my
as this
God.
thing, and you lose track of him. And the rest of you though are kind of
And Brynn's
together,
just salivating.
and you're kind of
Oh,
moving
no,
together.
Very athletic.
But so then, and again, you come to another grove, and in this grove there is another like wooden. There's like a stone planter, and above this planter there is two images in wood circles, and above it there's the parchment that has the words. Behind that is the door back to the court. So as the rest of you arrive, Thane already read the answer, took his answer, and ran through the doors. And the symbols that you see two symbols. One it looks like a tree, and one looks like a woman, a dwarven woman. And this says the words above it says, which symbol stems from the life tree's true origins? From what ancient well springs did the life tree first draw its power before history began to record its branch? And you see a tree, and you see a woman.
This is too obtuse for
Is
me.
this just us, or is this everybody answering this?
Everyone sees this.
No, I mean, right now, who's answering?
Oh, basically, it's you keep the answer, and then you're going to reveal it to the court.
Gotcha.
But it's to the three of you, the natural ones. You guys decide what you.
The dwarf woman,
Okay.
Why?
because that's Narni.
I don't know why I'm asking that so accusatorily.
Because it's
Why?
Narni because it's Narni. Narni's the one that planted the tree of life in the first place when she was a deity.
I'm going with Aviro.
I trust you. I have complete faith in your nerddom.
Nerdum.
You keep using that word. I don't know what it means.
It's a good thing.
And
hooray!
And then the rest of you get your answer. You walk through the portal, and you find yourself back in front of the court.
Oh, so it was just the two trials.
Just the two trials. As Thane, you're already standing there. Knox, Riven, and the natural ones kind of come in together as they come in. And then you all stand in front of the court. And the queen stands. And it took a little time. I would say it probably took you a good 20 minutes to kind of get through the maze. So it was a little bit of time. So it wasn't quick. It took some time. But as you're standing in front of the court, the queen's like, "Welcome back, suitors. Thank you for your participation." And you see PepperCroft standing in there too. Thane Ashwood, what are your answers? Question.
Were they physical cards you said, or no?
They were physical cards,
physical
but
cards, okay.
basically it's just an image. And she even announces that the questions again. She's like, which best describes your interpretation of the Fey royal cult?
He pauses for a moment, and then he kneels and he says, "With all due respect, I wish to withdraw my eligibility at this time."
You have that right. We accept. Thank you.
He bows his head, and then he walks off to the side.
What? I kind of am like looking back and forth between like, is is this something that happens all the time? Like Brynn's trying to judge faces on like
It's happened before, but not for like a millennium, like a long time. This is quite. House Thistlefall, Nox Thistlefall. What are you?
And I'm just completely stuttering now that Thane has dropped out. And I choose the best to describe the Fey royal court image. And I look over at Riven, and then I look at Croft to try to see if they can hint me the answer.
cheating on your homework.
The second one.
As you just
B.
the
Answer
grove.
B. Yes.
The grove.
Yes, the grove.
See. And to the question presented to you, from which symbol stems from the life tree's true origin?
The second one.
Actually, I think you wanted the first one.
I like her a lot. I really do.
Dude, kindred spirits.
Wait, no, trees. First one. Trees. That makes sense. First one.
See.
Mm-mm-mm.
Riven, Galena, what is your answer to the first question?
I choose the grove.
God damn you both. I
The
fucking knew it was
grove
the grove.
is a place where knowledge can serve as a garden. We can cultivate it, we can tend it, and we can share what flourishes. The olive branch represents peace and unity, sure, but you may find an olive branch among the gardens of a grove.
Excellent. And to the second question?
It is the. She doesn't say the second one because she knows what it is. How
Like
did
me.
you describe it? What is that? What is she?
It is a female, kind of strong looking female with leaves and nature and vines in her hair and all around her
Dwarven
dress.
Gaia.
Kind of a dwarven, yeah, in a way.
Yes. So I
Denari.
referenced that one. And she is the god who planted the grove, the origin of the grove, in which the life tree was first grown.
Natural ones. What is to the first question? What a world court?
Aviro steps forward and says, "The olive branch.
Why the olive branch?
It represents peace and protection, and wild grove is a multitudinous of things. My understanding of the first world is that while wondrous, is also very simple when it is all broken down, and the purity of the olive branch is singular in purpose, as opposed to the multitudinous of the grove."
And to the answer of
Oh, well, that one was actually rather easy. That one's the image of Denari, who of course, as we all know, planted the life tree when she was still a deity in what is considered the year 4822 BEECE. Sorry, do you not have that sort
I look
of...
over at where Nox
Please.
and Riven are standing, and I say, he was the junior whiz kids champion when he was 10.
thank you, tutors. The first trial has concluded. Knocks through the Thistlefall. Have taken. While your answers were correct, then will not be moved.
Oh my god. Oh.
Riven, you have placed natural ones that will commence tomorrow. Please rest. Hospital. Get up.
Is there another dinner tonight?
No.
Or another? There's no mixers after the first round. Okay.
Opening ceremony, and that's it.
At the end of the trial, that's when the party is. The big ceremony and stuff like that.
Okay.
is.
So these guys don't just have to fuck off and go home. Like, we're going to get a chance to debrief.
Oh, yeah. In
Okay.
episode 5, at the end,
Okay.
yeah, they were all coming back together for
Great.
lots of good stuff.
Super duper.
PepperCroft casts message towards Riven and says, "Nightcap?" ?
She responds, "Oh God, yes, please."
Amazing.
That is the scene. Yeah.
Wait, we don't even get to know what the answers to the questions were.
We got them the rightest, Aviro. That's all that matters.
Is that how that worked?
Yes.
Oh, good. I still
So
maintain my exemplary on academic endeavors. Hooray!
Yes, indeed. I look at Glastoc and I'm like, "Do you want to drink tonight?" It's much less like secretive and like, "I want to have a nightcap." It's like, "Do you want to get drunk?"
You want to have it? Yeah.
Knox, as the evening starts to go, does she do anything or talk to anyone, or how is she feeling as she gets back?
I'm going to feel very relieved, but I'm going to take Riven, Thane, and Croft to have a tiny little conversation before I go.
Okay.
I'm going to take my hands and put them over the shoulders of Riven and Thane, and I hope that everyone does the same.
Oh, Croft totally does it.
And I go, "It is so good to have the court kids back."
Oh,
Court kids.
Court kids. They have a group chat and everything.
Thane.
Thane has entered the chat.
Yeah. Is there anything else as you came
Thane
back?
left.
Thane left, but then, like, so
Yeah.
later on tonight, is
Yes.
there anything else before the next trial? Anything else that Thane wants to do as part of this closure of the trials?
I imagine Thane's probably a little shaken because I'm sure his family has probably admonished him for taking especially if this is not commonly done, because they're sticklers about you do things the way they're supposed to be done. But he does return the gesture when Nox pulls him over, and he turns to Riven and says, "Well done. Try not to fuck it up."
We're rooting for you.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting second.
Brynn over at the corner.
Brynn is our bucket mariner.
I'm not doing that, but I do imagine that Brynn is like high-fiving some people nearby, and it's yeah.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you
just
for-
happy. No,
I
go
was
for it, Jess.
Thank you for bowing out. And Nox, I don't know if you meant to get third
That's-
place or not, but thank you.
I think the rankings were correct, but I may have thrown it a little.
Tell you
Do
what,
us proud.
when I win,
Mm.
as I will and should, we are going to have a party with the core kids all back together, and we'll celebrate.
Cheers to
Uh,
that.
Cheers. And then Croft just holds like both of their hands, like Nox and Thane's hands, and just squeezes it and says, "Thank you both. I really appreciate you being here."
He nods and says, "You know I'll always show up for you." And then he turns to Riven and says, "And for the record, I knew the right answers." And then that's like the last thing he says as he walks away.
You're
Yes.
badass. That's amazing.
I was like,
I would
oh,
have wiped the floor with that nerd.
Yeah.
It's been a long
Booty
time, but we're still
squishes.
in trouble.
And then as the camera pans back out of the grove, as the last shot of Thane's walking away, it
Ooh.
pans back to the court kids watching and smiling, hands out of the grove and the Fae. That is where we're going to end our episode 3.
Woo, first
Wow,
trial.
yay.
Thank you so much,
everybody.
everyone, for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you, players, for being here. We have gone a little bit over our time, but thank you so much. Let us go around and tell us where we can find you, who you are, and basically know that we are going to be most likely be streaming this sometime after April, March. So March, April, something along the, it's kind of the target, maybe May. But that's with that. If there's anything up you want to promote, please do. Starting that, Jim, you got anything? Thank you for being here. You got anything for us?
Nope. Jim, Hawkmare1 on the socials. You can see me here on the Emporium of the Wayward Gamer every other Wednesday night, playing this character in our regular campaign.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Carrie.
I'm Carrie. This was an absolute blast. Heather, Dan, Jess, April, thank you guys for being here and for doing this. This has been a hoot and a half. You can find me on Monday nights on Mini Terrain Domain on Twitch. We play 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, Pathfinder 2 campaign. You can find me on the Mini Terrain Domain as well on Thursday nights where we play Kids on Bikes. You can find me for select engagements on Erasmus Expeditions YouTube channel. And obviously you can find me here every other Wednesday night playing our wonderful Natural Ones adventure. This was awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carrie. Jeff. What do you got for us?
I'm Jeff. You can find me here with this show like you're watching right now, and also on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer right here. I'm also with Jim in an Aliens 4-part story that Jay is also running until Dawn arrives. I believe that's Tuesdays that's been running.
Tuesday nights. It will
Tuesday
be
nights.
It'll be running for
and
a while.
then I'll also throw out a plug for our affiliates, Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee. And thank you to guest players. You are amazing.
Thank you. April, thank you again
Hi,
for all
me.
of this. What you got for us?
Oh man, y'all, it's been so fun. Oh my goodness. So happy to like play with you all again. But also, oh my God, Dan, Heather, Jess, it's been so fun to actually just play with all of you together again since Omega Horizon. So that's been great. If you haven't checked it out, check out Omega Horizon Alabaster Throne on YouTube. But if you want a little bit more of me, I'm not anywhere. But if you are digging my vibes, you can follow Fun Size Aviro on Insta. If you're curious about cocktails, if you're curious about just my life. It's all there, but not much of a presence aside from that. Regardless, happy to be here. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, April, so much. Again, thank you for all your help in co-producing and co-creating this. And it all became, this is all because of you and improving one line. I'm a princess. I'm a fairy princess. That's all that started all of this.
Right.
Thank you so much. This is awesome. Jess, it is so wonderful to play with you again. Thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure. Where can we find you?
Hello, thank you for having me. I have also had so much fun, and this is not the last you will have seen of Riven because we have some unfinished business. You can find
Apparently now we do.
on YouTube on Reckless Comedy and the Dungeon Run. And I forgot to mention last time, but you can see me on your TV on Tubi. I'm in a show called Game Bros, and it's a comedy about working in a gaming store. So it's right up your alley if you are a gamer or a nerd.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Dan, it is a pleasure to have you. It's been such an honor to have you back in being able to play with you again because it was such a long time that we played. Thank you for being a wonderful guest here at the Emporium. Where can we find you?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so I'm Dan. You can find me over at paleogaming.com. I'm actually the lead writer and lead developer of Omega Horizon, sci-fi TTRPG. It's a big one. I call it the burglar bonker, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Device. But yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. We do some actual plays and stuff there too. And yeah, we're around.
Awesome. Thank you again so much, Dan. It is great. And I can't grab my book, but I want to. I've got my book
That's so
somewhere
freaking
too.
cool, dude. So freaking
Oh,
cool.
so
Nice.
awesome.
It is
Nice.
huge.
Yes,
Stick to
check
my
out.
face.
I mean, check out that it was the YouTube,
blocker.
the series, but also check out the books.
Heather
Ah,
got hers.
Oh my god.
I can't leave to get mine. But anyways, in chat,
so
you're going to
cool.
see a link to where to find it. So go ahead, check that out.
You guys,
by all
it's
means.
so good. The 4-parter that they did was so good. I cannot tell you. Watch it. It's amazingly good.
Thank you.
It is so great. I also contributed. I have to say, I'm very, very happy because I contributed to the final process of Omega Horizon, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. It was so great. So thank you, Dan, for that. I appreciate it. Heather, thank you for being new to our Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. This is first time being at the virtual table with you. Thank you so much. You were so wonderful. Where can we find you?
First of all, thank you for having me. And you guys are so good. It is so much fun to play with you. You're so good.
Thank you.
You stop.
So I'm predominantly an actor. So you can see me on a show called What Would You Do? It's on ABC and it's on Disney and Hulu.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Very
You can
cool.
find me at heather-drew.com or at Heather Drew Acting on my socials. I like to improv and I like to play games, and I wish I could do more like these. So, if you ever want to call me back.
We have a few.
Oh, yeah.
There is still
Guest
Alien
stars come
Series
back on this
4.
show.
And yeah, guest stars do come back. That is one of the things that we have here is that guest stars, it's not a one and done deal.
Oh yeah.
This is you have now committed to it.
And it's 100% Averil's fault because she was our first guest star and she's still here.
Yeah, I'm like, well, 3 years later, I honestly thought I was going to be a one-off. I was like, F it, I'll just make this fairy cleric and just go with it.
There you go.
We if the story is right and we can weave it in, the door is always open. So thank you so much. Wonderful to have you here, all of you. And you'll be back because we have still 2 more episodes and they will return. Everyone will be returning episode 5. So check out our next episode and then from there. And with that, we are going to say good night. Thank you. And we always like to leave. Please be kind. Don't be a jerk, dick, or whatever negative thing can be. So you have fun. Take care and see you around.
Bye.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Yay.
You